Hey guys, Jason Julius here, and let's talk about something that most guys are terrified to admit, but almost every man has experienced. You're in the moment, things are heating up, you want it, she wants it, but down below, you're at maybe a 70%. Or worse, you start out rock hard, but then halfway through, you feel it starting to fade. You try to focus, you try to squeeze to keep it there, but it's like trying to hold on to water, it just slips away. Now, when this happens, most guys panic. You think, oh my God, I have ED. Or you think, I need a blue pill. Or I need to do more Kegels and squeeze harder and pump it up. I'm here to tell you that doing those things, especially squeezing, is actually the worst thing that you can do. You don't have a broken penis. You're not impotent. What you likely have is a kink in the hose. You are suffering from something that I call the PC clamp. It is a specific tension in your pelvic floor that physically chokes off the blood flow to your erection. It acts exactly like stepping on a garden hose. No matter how much water pressure is in the faucet, if your foot is on the hose, the balloon is not going to fill up. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the PC clamp is and how to tell if you have it. And then I'm going to teach you the counterintuitive reverse motion that you need to use to take your foot off the hose, unkink the line, and get back to 100% rock hard quality naturally. So to understand why you aren't getting fully hard, you have to understand the basic hydraulics of your penis. An erection is actually very simple. It requires two things to happen at the same time. First, the arteries need to relax and open to let blood rush in. And second, the veins need to close to trap that blood inside. When the blood rushes in faster than it can leak out, you get pressure, and that pressure is your erection. Now, where does the PC clamp come into this? Your PC muscle, the pubococcygeus, is the hammock of muscle that sits right at the base of your pelvis. It surrounds the base of the penis, the urethra, and the anus. When you're relaxed, this muscle is soft and pliable. The blood vessels run through it easily. But when you are anxious, when you are stressed, when you sit a lot, or when you're trying to force an erection by squeezing, that muscle creates a clamp. Think of your penis like a water balloon attached to a garden hose. Your heart is the faucet and the blood is the water. If you have a kink in the hose, if you're stepping on the line right at the base, it doesn't matter how wide you open the faucet. It doesn't matter how much you want the balloon to fill up. The water physically cannot get through the kink. So you end up with a balloon that's maybe 60% full. It's squishy, it's not rock hard. And you stand there wondering, what's wrong with the balloon when the problem is actually your foot on the hose? Now, how do you know if you have chronic PC clamp? There's a dead giveaway. It's called the turtle sign. Look at your penis when it is flaccid, when you're just walking around or out of the shower or at the gym. Does it look shriveled? Does it pull back inside your body like a turtle hiding in its shell? Does it feel hard or rubbery even when it's soft? That's not shrinkage from the cold. It is your pelvic floor muscles being so chronically tight that they're physically pulling your penis inward. If you see the turtle, you likely have the clamp. And that tension is exactly what is killing your performance in the bedroom. So if the problem is that your pelvic floor is clamped tight, what is the solution? Well, first, let me tell you what the solution is not. You've probably been told to improve your erection, you need to do Kegels. You need to squeeze the muscle to pump it up. While a strong PC muscle is important for strong erections, how you use that muscle strength is different from what most guys think. You need a strong PC muscle in order to relax it. However, if you have the clamp, doing too many Kegels is like seeing a kink in the garden hose and deciding to step on it harder. You're just making the tension worse. To fix this, we need to do the exact opposite. We need to use a technique called the Reverse Kegel. Instead of pulling that muscle up and in like you're holding in P, I want you to push down and out. Here's the exact feeling that you're looking for. Imagine you're standing at the urinal taking a leak. You're flowing, but you want to force the stream to come out faster. What do? You push out with your lower abs and your pelvic floor. You feel that drop and expansion between your legs. That is a reverse Kegel. Or to be more blunt, imagine you're trying to push out a fart. You aren't clenching your butt cheeks together. You're relaxing them and pushing the pressure out. When you do that push out motion, you're mechanically stretching the PC muscle. You are actively taking your foot off the hose. And the moment you do that, the moment you drop that floor, the kink disappears, the arteries open up, the blood that was stuck behind the dam suddenly rushes in. And you'll notice that your erection doesn't just get harder, it feels fuller, it feels heavier, because for the first time, you're actually filling the balloon to 100% capacity. Now, Pay attention here because you can master the reverse Kegel. You can practice pushing out and unkinking the hose, but if you don't understand why the hose is kinked in the first place, the tension is just going to come right back the moment you stop thinking about it. You have to ask yourself, why is my pelvic floor clamped so tight? It's not because you did too many squats at the gym. It's because your pelvic floor is your body's stress container. In biology, we have two main modes. Number one is the parasympathetic nervous system. This is rest and digest, or feed and breed. This is where erections happen. And number two is the sympathetic nervous system. This is your fight or flight. This is survival. Here's why this is important. When you're in the bedroom and you have that thought, oh my God, am I going to get hard or am I going to lose it? Your brain interprets that anxiety as physical danger. Your brain doesn't know that you're just worried about embarrassing yourself. It thinks that you're being hunted by a saber-toothed tiger. And when a man is being hunted, what does his body do? It shunts blood away from the penis and digestion and sends it to your legs so that you can run. And it instantly clenches the glutes and pelvic floor to protect your vitals. That PC clamp is literally a survival mechanism. So when you try to force an erection by stressing out about it, you're pouring gasoline on the fire. You're signaling danger to your nervous system. And your nervous system is responding by clamping the hose shut to protect you. You cannot stress yourself into an erection. You can only relax into one. So how do we turn off that survival alarm? How do we tell your brain, hey, there's no tiger, we're safe, it's okay to send blood to the penis? To get fully naturally hard, you must shift your nervous system into parasympathetic mode. Doctors call this rest and digest. I call it the feed and breed state. An erection is biologically impossible unless you're in this state. And the fastest, most effective way to hack your nervous system and flip that switch is belly breathing. And I don't mean taking deep breaths into your chest like you're at the gym. Chest breathing actually increases anxiety. I mean breathing deep into your gut. When you inhale, your belly button should push out. Your chest shouldn't move. Why does this work? Because your vagus nerve, the main highway of your parasympathetic system, runs right through your diaphragm. And when you breathe deep into the belly, you are physically massaging that nerve. You're sending a direct chemical signal to your brain that says, I am safe. So here is the protocol. When you feel yourself at like 70% or you feel that tension creeping in, stop trying to flex your way out of it. First, do the reverse Kegel, push down and out. Second, take a deep, slow belly breath and expand the gut. Do this for like 3 to 5 breaths. But here's the final secret. You can't just do the breathing technique while your mind is still screaming, is it working? Is it up yet? You have to embody king energy. The king is the central masculine archetype that tells all the energies how to respond. Think about how a king sits on his throne. Is he frantic? Is he worried about whether his boner is big enough? No, he's grounded, he's heavy, he takes up space. When you breathe, you need to adopt that mindset. You need to trust your body. You stop trying to make it happen and you allow it to happen. In one of my previous videos, I went deep into how to overcome performance anxiety. And in this video, I said, rather than fight your fight or flight response, you shift the meaning to, I love that. Not that you love losing your erection. It's about recognizing that your body's just trying to protect you. Instead of creating the meaning of panic, we create the meaning of, I love that. And that's when allowance can happen. Shift the meaning and you shift your state. When you surrender the need for control, when you just breathe and drop the floor, the clamp releases, the anxiety evaporates, and suddenly, without you doing anything, the blood rushes in and you're harder than you've been in years. So there you have it. Stop squeezing, stop stressing, unkink the hose with the reverse Kegel and signal safety to your body with the belly breath. When you combine those two things, you remove the physical block that is killing your erection. But I have to be real with you, unkinking the hose for many guys is only half the battle. You can have a wide open pipe, but if the water pressure coming from the faucet is weak, the balloon still isn't going to fill up. That pressure, that comes from your testosterone and your overall blood flow quality. If your T levels are tanked, your libido is going to be low and your erections are going to be weak, no matter how relaxed your pelvic floor is. You need to optimize the fuel that runs the machine. Now, I know when it comes to finding the right supplements to optimize your hormones, it can be overwhelming. You don't know which ones work and which ones could be harmful. I didn't want you to have to guess, so my team and I did the research for you, and we dug through the science and put together an exclusive 80-page testosterone supplement guide. This guide reveals exactly how to increase your testosterone naturally using the specific supplements that actually work. But more importantly, it tells you exactly which ones to avoid, the ones that are wasting your money or maybe even damaging your health. We've taken all the guesswork out of it. And I'm making this guide available for free over on my blog. Just head over to jasonjulius.com, scroll down a little bit, grab that guide, and get your internal engine running at 100%. Now, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel and it means the world to me. Make sure that you're subscribed because we have a lot more coming up to help you be awesome in the bedroom. Leave me a comment below. Let me know any questions that you have, and I'll see you in the next video.